Rose, and today I'll be giving you a tutorial on how to create your very own graphic t-shirt by using a few fairly inexpensive pieces of equipment and machinery. But before we jump into the tutorial, I wanted to give you a little background story as to why and how I do create these graphic tees. So upon graduating high school, I went to college, and shortly after I realized after graduating college I wanted to own a small business and be a business owner like many people do. I started brainstorming different ideas, and since I'm extremely crafty and I love do-it-yourself projects, I realized that I wanted to go ahead and jump into it as fast as I could. So I've always been a fan of Etsy, and Etsy, if you don't know, is a large website where different small business owners kind of create their website within of different personalized and handmade items. So I wanted to go ahead and save a little extra money that I had for my part-time job after rent and living expenses to purchase a die cutting machine. I actually purchased the Silhouette Cameo, which is a die cutting machine, and it is very user friendly. If you don't know what a die cutting machine is, it's a machine that people use for all different reasons, maybe for scrapbooking or for decals or for heat transfer vinyl to put on a t-shirt. That's what I use it for. The machine actually cuts all different materials from scrapbook paper to cardstock to heat transfer vinyl to adhesive vinyl. There's all different materials that it will cut. So my sophomore year, after I did purchase that, I started making decals for friends and family, and then shortly after that I realized that I might as well open an Etsy shop, so I did. So I opened an Etsy shop named The Funky Feather, and I actually did really well. So I was, cutting decals, working part-time at the apartment complex, and studying for finals all at the same time, and I loved it. So I decided about a year after that, and running a successful, didn't make very much money, but it was a hobby and it made me happy, so I was going to continue to do it. I decided to save up for a heat press. A heat press is basically like a large iron, and mine is 18 by 18, so 18 inches by 18 inches, and you just pull down and it presses very firmly the heat onto an item. So for me, I use heat transfer vinyl, and I do use my Silhouette to cut that out, and I cut a shape or a design out, and I can place it like on a t-shirt or a tote bag or even koozies. There's all different items that you can use for. And so I was able to purchase that, and I started making t-shirts. So I went from making $5 decals to $25, $30, $35 items like clothing, tote bags, all different things. And I saw that I was making a lot more money than decals. So after doing that for a few months, I realized that I had to make a decision. So I first initially thought, well, if I want to run my business, I'm going to have to quit school. And both of those were extremely important to me. I had already been going to school for about 2.5 years, so I already spent all that money, and my dream of having a degree was more than halfway accomplished. So I decided, after thinking really hardly, that I was going to move home, back to my hometown. I had to quit my job, which I thought was a dream job at the apartment complex, and I decided to go ahead and transfer to Tarleton because they offered the online program. And that's what I'm doing now. So I have my online program going, and hopefully I will graduate next December. So only one more semester after this, and then I will have a degree in business, which I'm extremely excited about. I was able to convert a spare bedroom into an office, and I've successfully been running my Etsy shop, and I love it. The Funky Feather has taken off, and I just really enjoy it. So I thought today it would be a great day to share for you how to make a graphic tee of your own. So stay tuned if you would like to figure it out. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this tutorial. Like I did say in the intro, you will need a few different fairly inexpensive pieces of equipment or machinery. We're going to go ahead and start out with the die cutting machine. I love my Silhouette Cameo, but any die cutting machine will work. You'll also need your heat transfer vinyl, and we are using white today. And then it is adhered, so stuck to the cutting mat, which is also very important. I love the gridded cutting mat, and those see-through ones are the best. Next, you do have your weeding tool and your pair of scissors. Your laptop or any kind of computer will work with your Silhouette Studio program, which is free, and that comes along with your machine. You can see that we already actually have the design designed out, and that is my logo. We're going to cut it out and put it on a t-shirt. The t-shirt we will be using today is the Tri-Blend t-shirt in royal blue. It is a marbled effect, so it has a little white speckles, which a lot of people really seem to enjoy. And this is a unisex tee. They're the best because when you wash them, they keep their pigmented color, as well as they look brand new every time you wash them. Last but not least is going to be our heat press. So this is very important as well because this will keep the design stuck to the t-shirt through machine wash, hand wash, anything and beyond. So step one, you are going to want to make sure that your machines are all on, which they are, and our heat press just heated up to the correct temperature. For t-shirts, I love to use 305 for about 20 to 23 seconds, but you will want to make sure that it is on the correct temperature for your piece of fabric. So we have already created the design, so I made it super easy. You'll want to make sure that your heat transfer is stuck to here and loaded into the machine. Okay, so I've already cut the design out, so it was pre-designed, cut, and now it is cut onto this. I can feel it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to gently pull it off of the cutting mat. Super easy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this tool to kind of just pick up the corner of it and pull it away from the adhesive tape. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so once your design is completely weeded out and cut out, so this is what it's going to look like on a t-shirt, and this is the sticky side, so you will adhere this to the t-shirt when it is laid out on the heat press. So let's go ahead and jump to that step. So you can see that the design is laid out and centered on the t-shirt, which is on the heat press. And just a friendly reminder, our heat press is roughly at about 305 degrees. That's what I kind of keep it at, is 300 to 310. And we are probably going to do it for the full 23 seconds just to make sure that it does stick. So we're going to grab this Teflon sheet right here, and we're just going to lay it flat so that it is completely covering the design. And we're going to pull this handle and just lock it into place and let it go. So it will start beeping, and just roughly pull up, take off the Teflon, and take this and slowly peel it back. And then now you have this awesome design. And there you have it. After all the steps, now you have a graphic t-shirt that is fun to wear, machine washable, and completely permanent. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a graphic t-shirt, and I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.